going on, nomads, party people, and strangers everywhere across the internet? My name is V, like the letter, and today is kind of a little bit of a different video for you guys. You guys are gonna probably get more than one video from me today because I feel like being a little generous. Today is a very special video because it was requested a long while ago by a YouTuber by the name of Liffy. Channel in the description below, along with other stuff that you guys might want to keep an eye on. Where he wanted to ask me about how I do my voice acting stuff. And I mean, a lot of people ask various different people that do voice acting projects, how do they voice act? So I was just like, fuck it, I'm not that good at what I do, but I sure as hell gonna try. So, like every other person that voice acts, here is my own personal how do I voice act and my tips and tricks. Now, the thing about how I voice act, it kind of goes into a whole practice round of the good, the bad, and the it still needs work. For instance, the good is stuff kind of like how I try to do more Western-like voices, where since I've grown up around a lot of different people that talk like Westerners, kind of comes around a little bit like this. Gotta have that whole deep and low, but also kind of aggressive kind of voice where it's very forceful without being very forceful. And that which you also got that whole Southern hick thing going on right there. I can't really tell you how many times I heard someone talk like this, and I was like, man, what if I talk like this? All fast and slick and woo, with that thick ass accent. But then again, I'm just a simple city folk. I don't know nothing about no city, about no country life. No. It just goes in that whole thing about you gotta picture yourself in that shoelace for the good when it comes to stuff. But then you also have the bad when it comes to how I personally voice act, which is for certain characters like let's do like some Dragon Ball Z characters. Like everyone knows Broly. Everybody fucking knows Broly. Everyone also knows Abridged Broly, thanks to Team 4 Star's whole thing about world's strongest or like legendary Super Saiyan. Everybody knows about Broly. My Broly voice, however, is terrible. Where although it's supposed to be really menacing and sinister by Vic Mignogna, mine comes off very comical. Like so. Kakarot, I will crush you. Kakarot! Kakarot! You see, it's very awful. It's very terrible. It's not menacing at all. It's just awful. And then we also have the world champ himself, Hercule.
Wait, I didn't come here to get eaten.
Now I say mine is terrible because my brother Casey has an amazing Hercule voice. He can do it like no one else. Whenever I do it, it sounds like this.
Are you mean to tell me that you folks over there are supposed to have some superpowers? Come on, man, that's awesome. Special effects. What am I doing? I'm gonna get myself killed over here. Why'd I agree to this? My agent's gonna end up getting me murdered.
You know, that's awful. I can't do Hercule. I can't do Broly. It's a sad thing despite the fact I want to so badly. I really do. And then there's the stuff, like I've said, the things of you just gotta keep trying. Like how I try to make my own voices with Akira Hayama. Since he doesn't have an English voice actor, I try to make my own voice with that, so it doesn't need to have a whole it needs more work segment. But there are stuff that do need work. Like my Papyrus voice. For those of you that saw my Undertale streams 2 years ago, I did a very, very energetic Papyrus voice. Where I kind of went a little bit nasally, and then sort of went a little bit higher, and then just started hurting my voice the more I tried doing it, so that needs more work. More stuff that needs work is certain child characters that I'm not at liberty to say are going to be made at this point. They're all OCs, but they need work. Cause my child voice still isn't that innocent and very sweet. It just sounds a little bit creepy. Like I don't really know what to do anymore. I still need to work on this. There are just so many different voices that you guys can either attempt to do, not attempt to do, but the more you try to just practice at it, the better it'll become.
We'll even start doing creepy voices for stuff like Flowey from Undertale, and then make him sound more menacing with every form.
You know, just regular stuff like that. And then there's just my own personal tips and tricks that I've learned from my own different tenures about trying to learn to be a voice actor. Now, I know a lot of people say with the whole practice makes perfect stuff. That also is my whole thing, but at the same time, it's learning your material and then marathoning it. Like, I know people say you shouldn't repeat the same material over and over again because you'll go crazy for it. But in my whole experience, whenever I was just watching stuff like the Cave of Wonders scene in Aladdin, I would watch it on repeat at least 7 times a day until I just started getting my voice deeper
And then deeper, and then deeper, to then form into this voice, which could also be my voice for Power Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And then I just made it lower, lower, but then higher.
And then back to my regular voice, with repeating the whole scene over and over again to make sure that it was engraved in my head how to do that process, how to make sure that everything I did matched up to a T with what I was trying to execute. Along with other things that I can or cannot do due to the fact that physically I am male, I cannot do female voices, but I'm trying to learn how to do those despite that whole gender boundary, and it tries to go into various different lengths. Other tips and tricks I can offer is just the fact of learning accents is essential for any sort of role that you may or may not be interested in. Like, say you're trying to get a little Cockney accent there because someone said you need to have a British accent, but you want to sound a little bit more dirty, seems a little more accessible, you know, a little bit more accessible, but also kind of dirty. Just really dirty, you know, not that whole posh sort of accent, but really dirty. Just trying to be that whole ignorant git that you just find, I know, from the whole Boons. You know, the whole Boons. Trying to make sure he gets the Queen's mum knickers off so that they can get a fun time with the whole row. All that sort of stuff, you know what I mean? Or then you have the whole German accent where you could either be the frilly one that just sounds so upset about every single thing and trying to make sure his Liebchen never finds out that he ate the last strudel. Or you could just do the aggressive German accent a lot of people do. Insert angry Hitler. And then there's also sort of stuff like the American accent that everyone wants to do. Personally, I think most American accent roles are eh. But my favorite though are the Japanese accent sort of things. Now, I only kind of learned these though because I have an uncle that is Japanese. Don't ask me how long my lineage is, I have several uncles and aunts that span up all over the globe. But this is how my uncle talks. So I kind of mimicked how he was talking for years upon years, and it became my Japanese voice whenever I was talking to him. And he'd be like, oh, you sound just like me. I'm impressed. But also a little offended, cause you're not fully Japanese. I'd be like, Uncle Toshi, please, I'm trying my best here. You know, just accents help make or break a certain role because it shows diversity, it shows versatility, and also shows that you can expand your whole array of things. But it comes from practice and also hearing the entire example over and over again, in my own opinion. And the final stuff I can really just say is just lose yourself to whatever voice. The first voice I lost into my own mind was, I think it was Kermit the Frog when I was younger, but I can't do that voice anymore because I can't get my voice to that level at this point in time, at least. And then the second role I lost myself into was, I believe, Jafar. I think it was Jafar, before I finally settled onto the main voice that kind of gets me into my different roles today, of when I do the Cave of Wonders. That voice takes a long time to prepare, but at the same time, it's a little worth it. It's a little worth it. Which kind of helped me learn stuff like how to do Irish accents, how to do German accents like the frilly little nini man. Also stuff with the whole, my background being Russian kind of helped me with the whole rough and rugged voices, because apparently all Russians are rough and rugged according to most racists. So it's kind of like, yeah, all that time of practice makes perfect, and trying to utilize how to do the whole material after days upon weeks upon months of just hearing the voices, practicing the voices, it made the whole process go a little bit better, a little bit more smoothly, if you know what I mean. So if you guys are trying to do any different voice acting things that just kind of borderline into either good, bad, or just for fun, remember, just practice makes perfect. And if you want to do what I do, just watch random stuff over and over again, and eventually you'll get the voice that you wanted. Maybe it'll be perfect, maybe it'll not be perfect. Maybe it'll be something you can make for a new character, or maybe it'll be something that you yourself could not even imagine possible because of the voice actor you're trying to emulate just has a unique signature to themselves that you yourself don't think you can get. Not saying it's a bad thing, not saying it's a good thing, just saying it's a progress mark that you at least are trying, and are at least finding something that is your own unique signature.
Cause then you just find your own different voices for things.
To the point where everything just starts sounding a little bit weird in your own head.
To where as soon as you're trying to make a different voice of different accents and vernacular, to end up with your own unique dialogue inside your own head where your own Fräulein Unheard ends up looking at all kinds of strands, as if you're trying to
Talk about certain things that you do not understand in different voices.
and utilizing yourself in that whole unique mindset and flair. I probably just confused a shit ton of people, but I don't care.
So I guess I'm just going to close out here by dragging in old little Mentalk the Mind Taker to close out the video. Since you're all being such idiots for coming into the underground.
So anyway, guys, I hope this was, I don't know, a little bit more enjoyable to at least learn some stuff here and there. So if you guys want to do more want me to do more voice acting how-tos in my own style, let me know in the comments. If you guys are just like, how the fuck do you do these voices? Can you do more of these? Can you make a voice acting reel? You guys can say that too. Fuck it, I'll do it. And if you guys just love the fucking video, just smash that fucking like button until it's just a broken piece of matter. And if you guys love the fact that I'm a goddamn weirdo that likes to do voices, hit that subscribe button today and become a nomad. We like to have a good time, like to have a fun time. But don't be a bully, don't be a prick, don't start drama, cause I'm done with that shit. I'm just saying, my fangs are ready, and I'm ready to just stop the drama the minute it hits my door. Anywho, Mentalk, would you like to end things off here?